Hey, we're live, everybody. Live on Thursday. Heck yeah. How about a featured grind, just for kicks? It's the MANGOG 6-star featured basic arena. 6-star basic arena featured? What are the other? I'm going for a brand new, shiny, spiffy 6-star MANGOG, which I can get out of the top 100 spots. The thing is, and this is where the challenge comes in, not guessing the amount of points I need to get the champion, but securing one of those top 60 spots, because currently there's at least 30% of the top 100 spots that are bugged and plagued by arena bots. I'm vonShoe. How's it going, everybody? It is an absolute pleasure getting to see you guys here. Happy Thursday. It is almost the weekend. It is day one of the featured MANGOG arena, and let's get straight away into it, shall we? So the goal here tonight is to slap dudes in the face ASAP. That's the idea. Starting from the top of the roster, working my way down. I got 6 stars to burn. I got 5 stars to burn. And we'll see what time it is when we get through all of those guys. Oh man, I'm excited about this. It's going to be such a crazy couple weeks because we got the MANGOG arena here right now. We've got the Medusa Arena starting up on Monday. We got the Kitty Pryde Arena starting up after that. Holy bejesus. Oh my goodness. So much good stuff. I hope you guys are doing well. It is, like I said, almost the weekend. Hope the week has found y'all well. Summer Pain is officially done. It's over. It's in the books. It is kaput. Prizes are out. Loot has been had. God tier 6 stars have been opened. And rank 4s are all over the place in game now. It'll be interesting to see how many of those actually wind up starting to show up in arena. I don't think they're going to show up in the basic arena just yet because of the way the formula is calculated. The 6 stars don't account for as many points as the 5s, but you know, still might be pleasantly surprised and run into some of those rank 4 dooms that are showing up everywhere. But who knows? Who knows? We'll find out. Want to say a big howdy, big welcome first off to ManFalcon. ManFalcon popping in and saying, howdy Rob, good luck with the grind. You can defeat those bots. Appreciate it, bud. And Cataclysm saying, yo, what up, Cat? Good to see you, bud. How is everything? Oh, man. Today was an absolutely busy, bonkers, ridiculous day. So I'm already a little bit behind in the grind. I'm not too terribly worried because, like I said, I mean, there's a bunch of days left, but do kind of feel like I gotta keep up a little bit. Now, why do I want a 6-star basic MANGOG? Well, a couple of reasons. First of all, it's a brand new champion. Brand new champion as a 6-star is more arena fodder, which is more points later on for the next round of arenas, which is always a big plus. He's got some fun synergies. He is a candidate for a tune-up at some point. And honestly, because I have played like no time with MANGOG. I played a little bit as him for the on the CCP beta back when he came out way back when. And I was like, hey, this is a champion, this is interesting, and that was about the extent of that. So it'd be fun to get to play him regularly in arenas, just being a part of like the regular rotation arena squad. But also mainly because I am a completionist, and getting one of them for my collection is, well, that's pretty neat. I'd rather play the arena roulette than the crystal opening roulette. Because once he gets added to the basic pool, then he is one of hundreds that you could pull out of that crystal, and odds aren't very good you're going to get him anytime soon. Besides, I also need a bunch of arena chips as well. Get some more gold, get some more units. All good stuff. dash back, go back in, take care of Gobby there. Quick plug for later on. Got another stream on tomorrow for Friday, and then Sunday is the Super Serial Sunday Serial stream. Counting down towards the end of year 1 of doing serial streams. I think this Sunday is week 38 of 52. New serial, new review, same good fun. And that's going to be here on YouTube, same time, same place. Now, what is new in the game? Well, today was the first look and the early access for Kitty Pryde, the newest Mutant God Tier champion. She is looking absolutely bonkers. I am very excited to eventually get my hands on a 5 or 6 star version later on, come arenas. Just because she has a fantastic synergy with Tigra, who has a fantastic synergy with Elsa, and the 3 of them together would be an oh so wonderful Trinity trifecta. And she's fun to play. So I mean that helps too. Get out of your group. You rank 5 so-and-so. Andy popping in saying, hey Rob, I just finished the Shang-Chi quest and awakened 6-star Masakura, as well as pulling Punisher 99. Well, congrats on finishing the quest. How do you feel about those couple pulls? Sounds like it's a first time awakening, so it's... you got that going. I haven't even started to crack into that just yet. Because I know when I do, that is going to be a huge push. And I'm giving a little bit of time between, you know, wrapping up Summer of Pain. Because I've heard fun stories about it so far. Sounds like one of those quests where you kind of really need to bring very specific characters to survive without absolutely, like, running through a bunch of different pots and a bunch of different revives, too. Not too fussed, since unfortunately I don't have Domino or Red Hulk, even as 5s. Well, eventually you're going to wind up pulling them. And Masakura did get that little bit of a tune-up not too terribly long ago, I think, right? Where it makes it even easier to get Incinerates on the opponent, so that's cool. How did you find the quest? What'd you think? Dexy, Dexy, Dex. Excellent. Do a little icy razzle-dazzle there. Another Dex. Bonk. Judah popping in saying, Rob, what up, Judah? Good to see you, bud. How's it going? I did realize, just as I was booting up, that having a Thursday night stream is a bit of a unicorn there for the account, or for the channel here. Usually it's a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday bit. But I figured last night to get some extra Z's, just knowing full well that it's going to be pretty bonkers here coming up. I'm not dead yet. See, I mean, that's a good way to look at it. And you're referring to the question of the day over here on the left. How did you find the channel? I'm just curious. Just because there's lots of different ways to find your way to a channel, to a live stream. And I'm just, honestly, I'm genuinely just curious. Saying I was looking for Elsa gameplay after pulling her as my first 6-star. Gosh, that was like a year ago. Nice. Well, I'm glad that our paths crossed, Andy. Taz popping in. What up, Taz? Taz saying good luck on your grind, Rob. I'm going for Medusa right now. 5-star. Never pulled her. I wish you the best of luck on your grind too. I think you're gonna have a pretty good, a pretty enjoyable grind here ahead of you. The 5-star I think is going to have a relatively reasonable cutoff. The 6-star, well, 6-star I think is gonna be anybody's guess, but best of luck, Taz, and thank you for the well wishes. Judah found the channel on the second account challenge, I think. Very cool. On Rob Von 2. It's fun dusting off the baby account for the login calendar last week. It was absolutely bonkers getting as many like 5 stars as early as I did in that account. And relative to just progression overall, it's not only is it just really fun playing on the baby account, but then just seeing how much the game has shifted and progression has shifted for early game relative to, you know, when I started playing 6.5 years ago. It's been a minute. Alrighty, let's see what we got. So I'm just running through some of those 6 stars now, just because they've got the longest cooldown. They still have the same amount of points as the 5s, but strictly speaking for the cooldown, just so they, you know, come back up and I can burn through them again. Adam Bomb popping in saying Shang-Chi movie was great. No spoil. Yeah, dude, seriously, do not spoil it, please. Do not spoil it. I'm glad to hear that you thought it was great. I'm excited to see it, and I want to be excited about it. So I'm trying to go in with like as clean of a slate, as like impression free as possible. So I'm really glad to hear. I'm really glad to hear. Now I want the champ. He's gonna be coming up in the basic arena next month, I think. Because we got MANGOG now, we got Odin, and then I think a couple months. Because then it's Jabari, then Silver Centurion, and then we start getting into Shang-Chi. You know, also knowing this game, I would not be surprised at all if there was like a in-game offer as like one of those like, I don't know, crystals you can get in the morning. But yeah, he's a really cool character too. Thanks, bro. Actually, no, I'm hating every minute of this. But she's one of my top 3 most wanted ever, so yeah. I'm burned out from the gauntlet 100%. I get that. I absolutely get that. Me and my infinite wisdom wound up saving 5 paths. Oh yeah, 5 of the 6 paths for the last like 3 days, and 3 paths for the last day. So, you know, it was a push. It was a push. My aching stash. Well, actually, no, not even. My stash is gone. So I'm building up my 4-hour crystals again, and then eventually, once I get a better handle on the monthly quest, start farming revives again, because I still have the Sabertooth Labyrinth path to do, and that's just one big, like, resource drain. Dash says, "Ayo, what up, Dash? Howdy, howdy. Good to see you, bud. What is new with you? What demon put invade as a global node in the Shang-Chi event? I don't know, dude. Invade and then close encounters as well, from what I've heard. I haven't done yet, but I heard that was the combo." Hillman says, "Hey, Rob, good day to you. Just woke up, getting ready for breakfast." Well, howdy, Hillman. Good morning. Glad to have you, my friend. What have you got going for breakfast today? I only ask because breakfast is a good bit away for me, but hope to draw a bit of inspiration for my own. I love breakfast. I think breakfast is probably my favorite meal of the day, usually. Unless we're whipping up like a really, really snazzy or unique dinner, but otherwise, breakfast is probably my favorite. Invade is what makes it Corvus choosable, though. Yes, that is absolutely true. So if you got Corvus, then you're golden. You got Kitty Pride 5-star from the early access. Hillman, I am very, very happy to hear. I'm very jealous. But congrats, bud. Do you have an awakening gem, or are you gonna just try and wake her up naturally later on, or what do you think? Come on. See, part of me just wants to push Gwen to a special 3, just so I don't waste a bunch of time, like, trying to bait out that special. But that worked out okay, so never mind. My four stars probably won't work, unfortunately. Yeah. Got the Grandmaster down to 66%. He's so dang hard. The thing that gets me the most, though, from him is block damage, and him catching up to me when I dash back. Yep. And his special one timing is all over the place, too. Like, there were times when I knew, not even I could have just sworn that, like, I straight up knew that my timing was spot on for dexing his special one, and I got tagged. But then conversely, too, which was also very strange, like, there were times when I dexed back way too late. Like, I'm like, alright, this is how it ends. And the game gave it to me. I don't know, it was all kinds of weird. Redwood says, "Yo, what up, Rob?" What's up, Redwood? Howdy, howdy. Happy Thursday. Having cereal and a sausage bun for breakfast. Nice. Very nice. Cheers, all. So I'm still deciding what cereal to feature for this week on the cereal stream. It's getting to the point now where it's like, it's not slim pickings, but I gotta get a little bit more creative. Let's see, it's the beginning of September, so they just now are bringing out like the 3 Halloween cereals: the Count Chocula, the Boo Berry, and then the Frankenberry, whatever it is. So that's, 3 weeks of cereal streams, but I want to save that for like next month. I don't know, we'll see. We get creative. Last week was Annie's organic Cocoa Bunny cereal, which is basically just like Cocoa Puffs. It's pretty nummy for being like an organic something or another. So I was pleasantly surprised by that. Jacob popping in saying, "What's up, Paul?" Howdy, howdy, Jacob. How's it going? Interesting. No, it's just weird getting an evade off on Nick. Must be because he didn't have enough charges on him yet. Very strange. Quinn says breakfast is my favorite meal by far. Crepes, French toast, a lot of carbs, and pastries. Yeah. I think too because breakfast has like some of the, I mean dinner as well, but breakfast has like such a wide variety of different things. Between proteins and carbs, pastries, all the different kinds of, you know, drinks and juices you could have too. Positively delightful. Maybe I grind for her arena to awaken her, but I've got a generic awakening gem though. Probably would use it on Namor. So here's the thing. I would use it on Namor if you've got 160 odd some awakening gems or sig stones laying around, because Namor really needs to be high sig in order to get like the full benefit of that reflect damage, whereas Kitty just needs a basic awakening to take no damage whatsoever while phasing. So sig 1 Kitty Pride almost, or is, good enough. It just depends. Just depends. I definitely think that she's right up there with like those champions that are certainly worthy of a class awakening gem, but like a generic awakening gem is a big, maybe a bigger ask. We're at 14 mil though, shooting for a 20 plus tonight. Dude, if you can nail down 20 tonight and then 20 tomorrow, you are like well on your way. I did a rank up just for kicks, and because I got a soft spot for him. Took Doc Ock from rank 3 to rank 5. Dude, Doc Ock is still a legit tech champ. I think just because he's been in game for so long, people have like kind of forgotten about him. But like I've seen people rank 3 Doc Ock. So he's definitely still a contender in game. And at the end of the day, you know, ranking up champions that you'll like is still so wonderful. I also took Immortal Hulk to rank 3 today. Definitely made it into my favorite champs. Yeah. As soon as I get some extra science, tier 5 CC, iHulk is on the short list for rank 3 as well. So I've got a 5-star rank 5 and a 6-star rank 2. But it's tight. It's tight because like the rank up materials are still so scarce. For me, it's like a neck and neck between Mr. Negative, iHulk, or a tie between Beardo and iBomb to rank 3 next. So like iHulk and Mr. Negative would be like the first time that I would have that character at a high level. Whereas I've got a Beardo and iBomb already as 565. So it's like, do I need 2 of them? Kinda, because they're awesome. But at the same time, too, still got to be economic with resources. But congrats, Andy. Big congrats on that rank up. Dude absolutely just clobbers everything. Dude, I'm not playing around, Rob. I had to turn my ringer off early today. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, if she's on your most wanted ever list, then I completely get that. Also, I mean, with the way that cutoffs are in arenas nowadays, it's really, really easy to like not lose track of time. I don't think that's the right way to say it, but lose pace or fall behind. So I think that is an absolutely fantastic idea. What the heck happened there? Did that special one not connect, or did I dex somehow? It just disappeared. Just got back in the MCoC because I love Nimrod. I need got a lot of catching up to do. There's been a lot of things in game. But yeah, now's the time to do it too. Nimrod coming up later in the month. And just based off of the gameplay of the event quest version, and, you know, reading his abilities in game, he looks like he's going to be a lot of fun. He looks like he's going to absolutely lay waste to mutants, which is good. So we could always use some more of those with how, like, completely broken the mutant class is. Alright, so let's bring up Angela and Guardian and Shang-Chi. I left as the Hercules update dropped. What was it that that convinced you to step away for a bit? Was it just needing a break? I forget. Rob, it looks like you're drinking Pine Sol. It's my own, it's Kool-Aid. I suppose in this light, it might. But you know, chumps use breath mints. Real MVPs just go straight for the hard stuff. Don't drink Pine Sol. Please don't drink Pine Sol. We don't need like another like whatchamacallit Tide Pod challenge. No, we don't need that. Bonk. And bye-bye, Doom. Any tips for the inverted controls phase for the Grandmaster? So there's a couple different champions that you can use now, right? So I mean, Professor X is immune to inverted controls. You could use someone like Juggernaut. Don't use Juggernaut, but Juggernaut is immune. How many champions can you bring? If it's more than one Emma Frost plus somebody else is immune to inverted controls. Otherwise, just playing slow. So somebody with like a high block proficiency would be a +2, because if you play it slow and then just like let them wail into you a little bit while you kind of get acclimated. Somebody with a higher block proficiency would be able to survive punishment like that. I'm going all out though. No ceiling, so it'd be cool if by some remarkable luck I cracked the top 100. That would be fantastic, Taz. That would be positively fantastic. That'd be so cool. I really hope that works out. What up, Cyber? Cyber popping in, saying, question of the day, found you through Left Knox, and after a serial stream, was a fan ever since. I appreciate that, Cyber. I appreciate that. And it's really good getting to chat and hang out with all you guys. I know I say it like at the close of live streams, and I've said it before on stream, but I always want to reiterate because it's true. Getting to just hang out and chat with you guys is far and away the best part of doing the live streams here. So kudos to all you guys. Appreciate it. I want to do the new Shang-Chi quest to get the 5-star Nexus. I have a lot of 4 stars, but only 2 5 stars, Namor and Invisible Woman. But I still need a better one. Should I rank up Namor? I would take him, I would invest in him just a little bit. If he's only one of 2 5 stars, though, I wouldn't invest too terribly much, just because he is extremely reliant on a super high sig level for like his coolest feature. He's a good champion to have, but the sig level is a big hurdle to jump over. So I mean, if you're talking about like big rank ups, then probably not. Probably save that for somebody who absolutely just shines unawakened, or like Sig 1, Sig 20, something like that. Bonk. Man, I love Magneto. He's just so cheesy, spammy, delightful for these metal champs. I'm not even mad that Nimrod just absolutely, like, mitigates all of Magneto's stuff. Like, the dude needed a hard counter, but still, so much fun. Let's get that going. Some extra damage. That dude's Ring 3 Void is beautiful. Someday. Someday. After I was watching the big names, Seaton, BG, etc., found people like Sim, who introduced me to people like Lefty, and so on and so forth. That's the nice thing about this game, is that there are so many different, like, so many different communities and so many different layers of communities. And everybody enjoys the game and enjoys the game in different ways. So it's cool getting to watch some people's live streams because they do things one way, watching somebody else's streams or videos because they do it completely different. Sunspot says, I just unlocked damage masteries and I am loving it. It's such a huge difference. It does require a little bit different of a play style. Like you gotta like dial back throwing specials, or else the recoil damage is gonna really add up. But because of the like absolutely huge damage increase you get on basic attacks and basic combos, you don't even really notice. But yeah, it's such a big difference. Grats, Sunspotted. To be honest, I'm not sure how I found your stream, or found your channel. I think it was through a raid, and I did find you, and you're SoCal resident, just like I am, so that was cool to see someone from the same area streaming. Yeah, beautiful Los Angeles. Well, it's pretty serendipitous there, Redwood. Of course, this dude is incinerating me, so I gotta be a little bit mindful of that, but easy peasy. During round 1 earlier, my game crashed 18 times, no joke. I was raging. So what did that wind up breaking down to 18 times? Was that like once every 5 fights? Something like that? That's terrible. And what device do you run on? Just for my own curiosity's sake. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to wind up doing about the crashing bugs. They don't seem to be getting any better, and they seem to be getting worse. Which is not good. Which is not good. And it's really rough, too, because, I mean, they're already suffering from the... well, I should say, now they're also suffering from the input issue with the new engine. But the game crashing was going on for months before that. Shame. Also, side note, eating warheads at the moment. Top of my tongue is just gone. Now, do you eat warheads one at a time, or are you an absolute mad lad who just puts in, like, multiple and then just gets absolutely nuked? Because I'm not going to lie, that's my preferred way of doing it. It's absolutely bonkers. But at the same time, too, it's kind of fun. Astro says, hello, hello. Good to see you, Astro. Happy Thursday. Oh no, I just proceeded to spew profanity and restart the game. Yeah, no, sometimes that's the best remedy for it. Just get it off your chest and then just roll with it and keep on going. Honest to goodness, that's the... So, confession time. That's the reason why I didn't wind up live streaming the Summer of Pain finale. Arena's one thing. I can play Arena just fine, easy peasy. And I can do some, monthly quests. I can do incursions. I can do a bunch of, like, in-game stuff. It can be challenging, but I'll be like, keep my cool. But for something like that, where it's like a super high-end end-game bit where it's designed to be a resource drain, but you're trying to, like, play at a level where you don't use a lot of resources, good lord. That's a different story. One at a time. I may be crazy, but I'm not insane. To each their own. To each their own. The saddest thing is I was sitting on doing damage masteries, and it also makes grinding easier. By the way, did I tell you who my second 6-star is? You did not. Who is your second 6-star? And yeah, that's absolutely true for Arena. The damage masteries just speed things up. I don't think it's much of a point difference, but just being able to knock out fights faster, that's absolutely massive. I want to do a Legends run for the EQ title. I have Corvus and the damage masteries, but I'm not sure if I have the right phone. Any ideas on how to see if it's fast enough? So I think they're doing... I think EQ is the new Legends format, isn't it? Where it only records the in-game fight time? Or am I mistaken and that's just like the new story content? The Act 7 stuff. Bet they do that. Another good way to test it out is to try and find a another YouTuber who's doing if not a Legends run, then just doing like the monthly quest. And then try and start a fight at the same time that they do. And then try and race them that way. Or if you really, really want to get in the weeds, do the same thing. Find a different YouTuber doing the monthly quest. And then just like time how long it takes to get out of a fight, get back to the map, and then move and start another fight. Because that's where the Legends times are made. Like you can play super optimally, but the lag in between fights is what gets you. Brian popping in. What up, Brian? Saying hello, Robert vonShoe. Howdy, howdy. Welcome, bud. How's it going? Quinn says I gotta go, but I'll catch you next time. All right, Quinn. Thanks for hanging out, bud. We'll see you later. Oh, it's too fast. Beautiful. Beautiful. In a few hours, it's Shang-Chi time. Let's see how the movie fares. So far, I've heard that it's good. But there will be a harsh no spoiler rule in chat here for the next few days, because I don't want it spoiled for me. I'm not going to be able to see it opening weekend. And I'm sure that other people won't either. But just like a good, like a thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs neutral. We'll stick with that. I've been told that format's only for the act content. Oh, okay. Then in that case, then definitely time the delay in between when the fight ends, getting back to the menu, moving, and then booting up the next fight. And then time that against somebody else who streamed already. It's going to be some like nominal amount, like a fraction of a second, but then like multiply that several hundred times over for the amount of fights that you got between the couple of difficulties. And then that's just how much time, no matter what you can do, is just automatically lost. Gained or lost, because it could go either which way. White Widow is my first. White Widow, and my first is Claire. It's almost a cursed per se. With getting 2 Black Widows. Did you get the joke? I gotcha. I gotcha. It's clever. I appreciate clever. Could be way better. Remnant dropped a tin of water here, and I've been cleaning up for 2 days. Rip. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. There we go. Crash number 1. 43 minutes into the stream. It's not bad, actually. Well, pretty typical, I should say. Ida. There you go. I saw that and I'm like, I'm just gonna jump over that. A ton of water. There we go. I gotcha. Yeah, I wish you the best of luck with that. Just hearing stories from this side. That's rough. Excuse me. Oh boy, guys, get a free 4-star MANGOG. Oh my goodness. By the way, congrats on the Summer of Pain opening. Your luck is unbelievably, seriously, lol. Is unbelievable. Seriously. There we go. I read that wrong. Thanks, bud. I don't know. I legit don't know. Honestly, just pulling that Venom would have been like bonkers CEO top-notch pull by itself. Because like that dude is ring 3 worthy unduped and amazing as a 6-star. And then friggin' Archangel rolls around and it's just like, what? What? And then Omega was like, yo, dude, can I come too? I just... It's like it was in the video. I mean, I just was just so stunned that I just had to put the phone down and just like let that sink in for a sec. It's so friggin' unreal. It's so friggin' unreal. Well, thanks, Taz. Thank you very kindly. Nothing says home quite like squishy carpet underfoot. Oh, yeah. Is the carpet salvageable at least? So no, sometimes for flooding it isn't. And that would be very too bad. Does getting a duped 4-star champ in arena also give you ISO shards, etc.? For the milestones, no, I don't think so. For the milestones, I think it's just... Okay, so for the basic arena... it's just a Sig 1. For the featured arena, I think it's 20 Sigs, but no gold and no ISO. And then for the featured spot for the milestones, whether it's the featured 5-star or the featured 6-star, then it is... a dupe would be 20 Sigs and then like the full... full lot, so the shards, the gold, and the ISO. But that's only for like the top featured spots. It's kind of silly how like each different kind of prize is a different breakdown. But the catch was for the selector arenas, the buff arenas, the selector ones, those ones, the milestones, like the regular milestones are a full dupe, full ISO, full everything, regardless. It's very confusing, and they don't explain it anywhere. That's my current understanding. I may be mistaken. That would have been OP if it gave you ISO for all of it. Yeah, right? In some cases, the ISO and the gold is better than the champion itself, you know? There we go. I was like, dude, I gotta stay away from this guy. I'm bleeding, so I'm giving him power. That would have been awful. Wave said Hulkbuster 3 times in a row and it didn't show. I'm bummed, bro. See, the thing is, you gotta like click your heels together. You gotta get on a good pair of shoes And yeah, click your heels together 3 times too. And then also say the magic words. That's the catch. It's the shoes. Meatball's popping in and saying, hey man, how's your day been? It's been going pretty good. It's been redonkulously busy. Like, redonkulously busy. I was gonna say, I just reset the game. Busy in a good way. I got a lot of cool new things popping up too, but it's also kind of a juggle of figuring out how to make everything work in a good way. So I'm excited about that. How are you doing? And how's the week been? Ben popping in and saying, Rob, today I'm really mad. Put 159 mil and I missed Penny. Really? She went that high? Especially when someone told me their Mercs team, which take around 30 spots in top 100. I'm considering quitting the game. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm really sorry to hear about that. Because that 159 million, that's ridiculous. And I think that's higher than the first round cutoff, too. Now, from what I've seen, though, yes, that there are mercs and bots taking up top spots in featured arena. But I've only seen 30 spots from the top 100 in the basic so far. Maybe like, let's see, the last one that I looked at for the featured arena was Stark Spidey, and there were only like 2, maybe 3 suspicious, like outwardly suspicious looking ones. I didn't look at the Penny Parker one yet, so it could be. But yes, the bots are notorious for taking top spots. I'm really sorry to hear that, Ben. I'm really, really sorry to hear that. What place did you wind up getting? And that's important. Because, I mean, they haven't said anything officially yet, but Kabam and the devs and the powers that be are 100% aware of how busted the arenas are between the murking and the cheating and the hacks. And they know this, and we have been told that they are working on solutions for that. So depending on what spot you got, maybe they can do something about it. I couldn't take the absolute blasphemy in chat about Hulkbuster, so just noped on out. But really, though, it's positively ridiculous, the amount of fake accounts. Like, blatantly obvious fake accounts. It's not even the ones where it's like, yeah, you know, they're a part of an alliance. They've got, you know, an adequate-looking roster, but they hired somebody to pilot the account. Like, that's not even including those. So, Lordy knows how many of those accounts are in there, too. I'm talking about, like, their top 4 champions are 6-star rank 1 characters, and 4 of them have been in the basic arena the last month. You know, or like they've got 3 6-star rank 1 champions and 1 4-star, and those are their top profile champions, you know. Their total hero rating is like 500,000. And these are the guys placing top 100. It's like so obviously blatant. And it's just like stuff that a scrub like me can like look through the list in 15 minutes and be like, all right, I'm flagging I would flag this account, I'd flag this account, I'd flag this account. It's super easy, obvious stuff that anybody with eyes and 15 minutes of time can look at and put 2 and 2 together. So the fact that we see the same accounts with the same names and the same champions show up week after week after week without getting the ban brought down on them, it's so discouraging. So I'm sorry, Ben. I'm sorry that happened to you. There are some people in top alliances who hire many people to build a team to grind arena for them. One member in my alliance paid $175 and got top 40 position this time. Yes. Yep. Those guys are a little bit harder to catch. But yes, piloting is absolutely notorious. They can guarantee 8 champs per month, $600 a month. So freaking busted. So busted. And nothing happens. And nothing happens. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Because it's gotten to a point now where people are losing. Case in point, I mean, the situation you find yourself in right now, but people are losing faith in the process. And as soon as people lose faith in the process, not only does that cede arenas to the bots entirely, but then you're losing a huge subset of your player base and their willingness to, you know, keep the game going by spending money, because it's a free-to-play game and that's how the devs make their money. I don't get it. And I can see it from their point of view. It's like, I mean, the best way to do it is to make the champion a milestone. You put up 100 million points, you get the champion. That completely changes up their business model. But at the same time, too, I mean, that would solve the problem. And he says, why are there so many low accounts botting? What's the point? Resource building. Building up units for gifting come Christmas time. So if, you know, Murky McMurko over here has 20 different accounts with like 30,000 units apiece, well, they can sell the greater gifting crystals to people instead of for 300 units, then just say for like 200 units or 150 units, half price. So instead of like paying somebody an Odin to get 10 crystals, you pay an Odin and you get 20, right? They make their money that way. Gifting is crazy, dude. Gifting is straight up crazy. I don't know how many of you guys are playing the game 2 years ago, but it got to the point now where, like, MCoC and a number of other mobile games got wrapped into a money laundering scheme where people were using gifting events like that to launder their money. True story. That's one of the reasons why the regular gifting badge, just like the day-to-day, everyday gifting badge, got removed. Poor Taz, game crashing again. Cyber says, considering taking Sentinel to rank 5 for fun, thoughts? I mean, if it's for fun, you may as well. Nimrod has a couple of synergies with Sentinel to make Sentinel even more bonkers. So, I mean, your Sentinel will be getting a big boost then anyway. Come on, dude. Friggin' Omega wasn't playing ball. I did, Brian. I did get that. Cheers, bud. Sever says the mercs are the reason why I don't do arena grinds. Yeah. Yeah. And it's hard. It's discouraging. It's discouraging because even if you don't spend any money, right, which is the vast majority of people, you're still paying with time. And time is arguably more valuable than money, right? Because you play the game for fun, but for an arena grind, you're kind of like the end goal is fun, but like the process sucks. You know, when you're grinding like a full rotation of champions every 8 hours when they come off a cooldown, that sucks. Yes. So you're paying with time, and you get ripped off like that. I use arenas for battle chips and for units. Yep. Exactly right. It's the best place for it. I think that's why, I mean, there is and has been a massive gold drought in game for years now, and that's manufactured on purpose. But it's been a thing in game for ages, and even before 6-star rank 3, rank 2, rank 3s were a thing, right? And a lot of my friends have had gold problems. The only reason that I haven't, I think, is because I've been grinding arena for years and years and years and years and years. And because of that, because of all the gold that you get out of arena crystals, and that's kind of helped offset it. But people who grind arena religiously are such a minority of players, I think. Also kind of on purpose, I think. Meatball says, we talked about this with Lefty in his stream today, and yeah, it sucks. It does. It does. You know, it's 30% of the basic featured prizes going to bots. At least 30%, probably closer to 40% for top 200. And I don't even want to imagine what the ratio is for like either like low prize or no prize. It's ridiculous. Titan in ISO 8A got position 101 with 161. Ouch. And the 99th spot is 161.4. Yes, that is true. It's like the cutoff winds up coming down to like 10,000 points, 100,000 points. That's rough. It's a crazy cutoff, though. Like, Penny's cool, don't get me wrong, but that's crazy. Think back to the gifting scandals that happened 2 years ago. One of the biggest players quit because of it, and that's why we got the credit system as well. Yeah, I forgot. That's what wound up making Cowwell rage quit. Remember when people were complaining about how expensive the gold cost was with 5-star rank 5 releasing? Yeah. Yeah. And you need it for everything, you know? Introducing a whole new rarity is just like doubling down on the number of champs that you need to rank up and gold to invest to do that in the first place, let alone a rank 2, let alone a rank 3. Like a rank 3 champion, that's like 1 million gold right there. And nowadays, with Tier 5 CC being more available than it ever has, some people are getting, you know, multiple champions ready to rank 3, let alone rank 4. So you just wind up burning through a gold stash so fast. Hey, Lefty, what up, bud? Yeah, but it's really weird. Somebody was saying like Lefty knocks, Lefty knocks, Lefty knocks 3 times, and here you are. Regular modern day Beetlejuice. I've got around 25 6 stars now, and I also have 65 million gold, so I'm not sure when I'll hit that drought. It hits everybody different. It hits everybody different. The more 6 stars you get, though, the more you'll feel it. I can guarantee that. Arena is also a pretty good source of ISO, which I always had problems with. Yep. Well, ISO is nice because that solves 2 problems at once. I mean, ISO to rank up champs, but then ISO to sell for gold, too. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Holy bejesus, it's Lurky Knox. Lurky? Is that like Lefty's evil twin brother? Like negative zone Lefty Knox. Andy says, how did you get that penny? I lucked out and got her out of a crystal. I opened 10 with absolutely no luck. And then out of spite, I just opened up 1 more. Just like, pop, dragged in, put it in the spinner. I'm like, dude, forget this. This is ridiculous. And then out popped 6-star Penny Parker. It was pretty absurd. Yeah, as a free-to-play player, ISO is my biggest struggle. I have the cats, but my ISO is always dry, so I can never save my crystals to open in the little batches. Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, the best source for ISO is duping champs, but in order to dupe champs free-to-play, that takes a while, getting those crystals. And then the ISO goes fast, and then you need to like dupe specific classes to get the specific ISO. Free to play, pay to win. That's the unfortunate name of the game. You should have gone and bought a lotto ticket. I know, right? With odds like that, I probably should have. Alright, so only 28 minutes later and the game is back to lagging and crashing again. Wonderful. There it is. Kick. got to be like that, though. If no one's paying Kabam, Kabam has no money to develop the game. Yeah, no, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining about the business structure or the business model. I mean, the game as a free-to-play business model has survived this many years, which is saying something because usually they don't. And I'm all for that, for the people that drop like big money on the game, keeping it free to play or affordable to play for the rest of us. That's nice. Because for every, you know, Seton out there opening up dozens and hundreds of featured Gav crystals, there's, you know, a Brian Grant who spends no money ever. Or many more Brian Grants, I should say. And it's not that I don't want them to get paid either. I have some things to say about the somewhat predatory nature of how they sell and market some things, and the perceived versus actual worth of the things that you're getting in the first place. Like, I think the prices in game are hyper-inflated relative to their... I mean, it's all just imaginary pretend stuff anyway, right? But I think the conversion rate is not good. Especially compared to some of the other Kabam games, too. Case in point, Disney Mirrorverse. It's the upcoming Kabam game that's in development hell right now because for whatever reason, Disney won't release the game. It's done. It's in beta. It's polished and it's ready to go. It just hasn't been launched yet. Anyway. So for us, for one Odin, you can get 10 featured Cavaliers. In Mirrorverse, for one Odin, you can get like 25 with the same drop rates. But there, every 10 crystals, you get a pity crystal, where you get a guaranteed 4 or 5 star version of the featured character. Now those guys don't have 6s yet, so that'd be a 5 or 6 star equivalent for us. But the pity system is fantastic. Meatball says, I just picture Brian as a little goblin protecting his coin stash. Yeah, that's kind of funny, right? Or a dragon on his hoard of gold. Oh yeah, some deals are great. Take the mastery course we got the other week. Amazing value for the money. But the average deal just ain't worth it. Yeah. My tinfoil theory, conspiracy theory, is that they purposefully put out bad offers, knowing that people are gonna balk at it, but they do it on purpose just so it kind of like sort of a bit more grateful for something that isn't as bad when that finally does wind up rolling around. I wouldn't doubt it. Honk. So, potentially unpopular opinion coming. Why should a free-to-play player expect or even demand the same level of rewards of progression that someone who is willing to spend money in game? So let me put the game down and think about this one for a sec. So here's the thing. I agree that people who drop money, period, regardless of amount, should have some sort of edge over people that don't. There should be some value or benefit for investing money, right? Like, give you some either better odds or better characters or faster progression or something to warrant putting a cost on something as opposed to having it free. The problem I have, and the problem in game currently, is that the prize structure for competitive events, where you're pitting people who pay money against people who don't, the prizes for the top spots are very lucrative, but as soon as you get out of like the top 10, like 1 to 5%, 6 to 11%, or 6 to 10%, whatever it is, and on down, are not even worth the effort anymore. And that's kind of what I've got the problem with, is that if you make it still worthwhile for the completely free to play players to play, to give them like a value for their time as opposed to a value of their progression, I suppose, then that's good, but that's not currently what we're seeing right now. So yes, people, again, TLDR, people who spend money should have an advantage, a competitive advantage, just to warrant value of their investments in the first place, but not at the expense of people who don't. Or the overt expense, I should say. Bro, I love having a pity system in a game that gives you a certainty that you're going to get something. But in this game, I could save up 30 calves, and there's a considerable chance I get nothing but threes. Yep. Truth. I don't speak for all free-to-play players, but I definitely don't. If you can put up the money in game, and the game you like, you should get some value out of it that's relative to it. And if all you can put in is time, then you should get that in rewards. I agree. You should feel like you get a... You should feel like what you're getting out of the game is worth what you put into it. Hey, Max popping in saying a monthly MCoC membership for better RNG. I like the idea of that. What up, dude? Howdy, Max. How's it going, bud? Good to see you. Happy Thursday. So, dude, let me pick your brain here. So we got Medusa this week. We got Kitty Pryde next week. We got, Lord knows, maybe the Buff Arena the week after. Angela's basic next week, then Odin basic the week after that. How many of those arenas are you planning on doing, dude? Because for me, it is most of them. And I am a wee bit concerned. Dex. Cool. Also a monthly membership, or no, let me put it this way. If you get the Summoner Sigil, you should automatically turn off all those stupid pop-up ads. Like, if you get the Summoner Sigil, you don't have to see them ever again. That should just come with it. It's like, no, I don't want to buy 2 tier 1 alphas for 2,000 units. No, thank you. Hey, congrats on pulling that 5-star. Do you want 10 5-star Sigstone crystals? It's only 1,000 units. No. No, thank you. Issues in this game lie with RNG being against you with no certainty. Take BG. I regard him as one of the best free-to-play players in-game, and he's beginning to fall behind even with moderate spenders. Fall behind even moderate spenders. Most of it lies in the RNG that he can't get the prestige, or maybe in the future needs a specific counter. It took 2 years to pull a ghost. What if there was content where she was one of the only champs? Exactly. Exactly. And the fact that they're like debuting and bringing out Nexuses more and more is nice, but most of the Nexuses are tied behind paywalls, so that does nothing. Wonder how high Kitty and Nimrod will go for. At least 100 million points. Can take that to the bank right there. At least 100 million. Max is too much arena this month. This week is a hard pass just because I'm only off today. I'm working 10 to 12 hours a day right now, so ouch. Won't have much time for content or arena. Good luck. Good luck. I would almost agree, Brian, but my time in game won't pay the bills that Kabam has to keep the lights on. Yeah. Part of me wonders how the business is structured behind the scenes too. Because Kabam is owned by Netmarble. Netmarble is contracted with Marvel. Marvel is owned by Disney. So it makes you wonder how many of those companies have their hand in the profit cookie jar, you know? And how much of that winds up going back into Kabam to hire more people, pay wages, stuff like that. And how much of that goes into like the licensing coffers. And time is a very limited resource. Unfortunately, we all can't live forever. So what we spend time doing better be important to us. Yes, and fulfilling. However it is that you define that. You pulled a 4-star here. Have 1/10 of a 5-star for 1,000 units. A brilliant offer in the year 2021. I mean, if you would have presented that offer like 3.5 years ago, that would have been good, but nah. Can't complain from the compensation. I pulled my first 6-star Namor and a 5-star Void. Solid. Oh, nearly forgot, said Falcon. I saw your Nexus opening. Fantastic stuff. Super stoked for you. Thanks, bud. I'm pretty stoked too. It was positively bonkers. Positively bonkers. Stop it, Rhino. Probably a very small percentage. Disney is one of the most powerful and valuable companies on the planet. Or isn't one of them for no reason. Yeah. They know what's up. Pretty sure if I get Medusa, my phone is just going to explode from the amount of grinding. Yeah. Yeah. You're going to get to the point where your game starts crashing every 5 minutes. That's how bad it's going to wind up getting. That's not good. My thumb's already starting to get tired. Nah, Taz, you got this. You got that. You got it. It's going for the 5-star Medusa. Taz about to file a lawsuit against Samsung for blowing up his phone. That's funny. Put the proceeds to the Cyber Weekend Fund. It's only a couple months away, guys. Yeah, actually, it really is at this point. It's only 2 months away. A couple weeks, but 2 months. That's funny you say that, Brian, because immediately then I got Dave's song in my head for Medusa. What do you think of the square will be for Medusa? 130, I think. It's probably pretty fair. Let me look up what Stark you wound up going for. Because he went for a bit, but not as much as I think people were afraid that he would. And I would argue that in today's game, Starkey is better than Medusa. Just because Magneto has made her irrelevant, basically. Or less relevant, I should say. The legendary Half popping in saying, hey, everyone. Hello, Rob. What up, Half? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. How's it going? You playing Mojo reminds me that I took mine to Ring 5, and I love him. He's so much fun. I gotta get back on the Mojo hype train. I've got him, and he's fun to play. I suppose I either need to just take the time to take him out for fun again. Because I agree, there's a lot of cool stuff that he does. And how he handles as well. How many mil are we going for today? However many I can put up before I fall asleep. I'm an early riser in the morning, so. So round 1 Starkey wound up going for 135. Round 2 Starkey wound up going for 157. I don't know if I believe that. But what place was 157? That's the question. Yeah, okay. Rank 22 was 157. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I'm like, there is no way, like, someone who got, like, rank 90 put up 157 mil. 135, that sounds a bit better. So, yeah, I would say about the same for Medusa, about 130. Now, if I wind up getting a Medusa, I am not going to be going for the Awakening. She needs an Awakening. I will not be going for an Awakening. I do not have a Death Wish. Too many arenas to do, and I gotta stay on top of that. Keep telling myself, save my money for Cyber Weekend and gifting, if they have a gifting this year. I don't know. I'm not excited for gifting. Like, I was nominally excited last year. Unless they introduce like something completely groundbreaking for gifting this year, I don't think I'm going to be excited for it either. My guess is that this year's crystals are going to have a small chance for some rank 4 materials, and that's going to be like the big, whoa, razzle-dazzle thing. But if you get the shards out of it, it's probably going to be like 200 shards, 500 shards, some like trivial, almost not worth it amount. Of course, you got a very teeny tiny chance for a King or a Thanos, but and then inevitably by Christmas and/or New Year's, they're probably gonna do the annual crystal again. So it's like, hey, do you want a champion from the first year? Do you want a champion from the second year? From the third year? Fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh year? Well, we got a crystal for that. DNZ popping in asking Jabari or Blade. Is either of them awakened? That's going to be the deciding factor. Are either of them awakened? Because if it's awakened, I would go Blade for his healing factor. Jabari's got better bleeds, but Blade has the staying power to survive. The only thing I wish you could do more was nullify. One buff on a special isn't enough. Yeah. Especially going up against super buff heavy champions too, it's like a drop in the bucket. It's like, hey, that's nice. Not gonna do a whole lot, but that's nice. Those are some high numbers. Yep. That is the modern meta for arenas. And that's just for like your average run-of-the-mill cutoff. Penny Parker is like 160, 170. Katie Pride's probably going to be in that realm too. Half says, how did you find the channel? I was pretty bored. I searched under live, and there it was, an attractive thumbnail. I think it was a cereal stream. That's so cool. Well, I'm glad you found the channel, Half. It's always good having you here. We're just hanging out with a nihilist right now. He's doing his, like, salad finger thing. I'm going to give the game another sec, but if not, then it's going to be, oh, there we go. Reset number 2. Blade low-key kind of gets looked over these days, but Jabari is good too. Yeah, it just depends on what you need. If you need someone who can deal big damage over time debuffs, go Jabari. If you need somebody with like survivability, go Blade. It absolutely is a cash grab, Meatball. It's absolutely a cash grab and nothing else. And nothing else. It used to be like a fun thing you could do with your friends. Now it's like, I think just because they keep putting bigger and bigger prizes towards the top for like whale alliances, that really is what it's become. And that's not fun. That's not what it's about. It's not what it should be about. Rank 4 materials for sure, but thinking or hoping we see a nice rare champion as well. Like who? Like, do you think they would introduce like a new like trophy champion in there? Maybe see like a 5-star diaper man or somebody? Because like King and Thanos have been in there for a while, but I think like the usual spending crowd have already gotten a variation of them. You know, what'd be really cool is to see like a 4 or 5 star version of Deadpool in there, like the OG Red Pool Deadpool, for the first time in like 4 years. Didn't Shang-Chi go for like 200 mil? No, people put up 200 mil, but he went for like 180. I know, one lower than that. Because Shang-Chi was the first arena, so he went a lot lower than that. I've got the data in front of me. Yeah, round 1 was 130. Round 2, a little bit more, but a 6-star null. Do you think that null would be an exclusive character like that? I think null's coming to is going to be the monthly character. That's my guess. Loltron and the greater gifting crystals. That could be interesting. A 6-star Loltron. The 5-star, I think, is going to wind up being exclusive to Labyrinth, just like the 4-star version of Red Clops. Who else? Ronin and was it Rhino? Are exclusive to Realm. But if they want to do a 6-star Loltron, then that's pretty cool too. Freaking Kitty Pride teasing me on the main screen. Nice. Lucky's. Wow. That's the second time that person pulled a 6-star Archangel from that crystal today. The last time I saw it, they were at 160, so someone's going hard for Medusa and crystals. I wish him luck. So they had Starkey in arenas a couple weeks ago. They had Medusa this week. Voodoo has already been like announced / teased. Now they're introducing Ghost Rider and Hyperion as well. So I mean, if they do like one throwback champion a month, man, busy, busy, busy. God of the Symbiotes, beheaded a Celestial, reeks of underwhelming trophy champ, if you ask me. In this game, yeah, right? In this game, it's so sad. I mean, you're right. You're right. See if he winds up being the Magneto of the Symbiotes. What class would he be, though? Would it be Cosmic or Mystic, you think? Or something different? I'm at 20 mil. This is horrible. Hey, you're almost halfway. When's Hype coming to the featured arena? I have no idea, Cyber. He's only been recently announced as part of like that Cavalier, that monthly Cav with Ghost Rider this month. But it's following a pattern because so was Starkey and then so was Medusa as well. And then a few weeks later, they found their way to the arenas. And I would guess sometime by the end of the year, just to really jack up like the Q3 or Q4 financials. Can you imagine friggin' 6-star Hyperion and crystals or arenas? One thing I don't get is when people complain about the bad design like Psycho Man, like, it's just how they were in the comics? Oh, like how he like actually physically looks? Oh yeah, that's just silly. It's comics. You know, The design can be all over the place, and it is what it is. I'm not busting anybody's britches about it. 5 crashes, ouch. And I'd imagine he'd be the APOC for the symbiotes. Yes. I said Magneto, but yeah. Like the APOC, the Mr. Fantastic, the Beardo. I'm hoping he's just like an OP synergy beast. Because that would do him proper justice, I think. How much has the chalk shrunk from having to tally that up? Quite a bit, I'd imagine. So much so that he had to get another piece of chalk. He's just got numbers all over the place now. Freaking heavy face. Sometime I gotta try out Surfer again. If for no other reason for that miss function on his heavy. Figured that'd be pretty useful situationally. Do that, do that, do that. Sure. No, it's one of the slickest designs in all of Marvel. Hopefully they wind up sticking with his main comic design and not doing like the redesign that they've done on a couple of characters. They give it the tiger treatment. Although that would be kind of delightfully silly. Do that. Oh, he's still alive. Come on. Thing is disappointingly pillow handsy. He's a newer champ for me as a 6-star. He's just very, very pillow handsy. Yeah, but let's be honest. Look what they did to Dormammu. Sentry, Maestro, Heralds, Maw. Likes a pre-buff Odin, Mags. Generally champs that should be OP, but aren't. Yeah, but look on the bright side. Look at all the jokes and the memes we'll be able to make. While we're crying inside. And lamenting what could have been. It'd be funny if he didn't have a texture or fleshed out animation, so it's just a scuffed champ. Yeah. They just ripped the model from a different game. It doesn't even fit with the art styling, or the size, or the rig. Yeah, I can't. I was like, if I just keep pushing forward and then throw a special 2, I'll be able to KO this guy. It's find out. I don't think so. Oh, I did. Oh. I would have been okay. Mr. Smoke popping and saying, hey, Rom, after so many bad 6-star pulls, I pulled Claire. I'm so hyped. You should be. That's a fantastic friggin' pull. Big congrats to you, bud. Cool. 10 milestones. It's also a 2D image. It's the this game's equivalent of Mr. Game & Watch from Smash Bros. That's what it is. Or just like a crudely drawn stick figure from like a napkin or something. This should do it. Man, I'm fading, guys. I'm fading. Yeah, that'd fit perfectly. It would. If they ever introduced Cher as a playable character or somebody to fight against, that's what I want them to do. Just have this ridiculous 2D sprite. Also, I pulled a 5-star OG Spider-Man, then I awakened him, then popped a Science and Mystic Crystal and put 20 more SIGs on him, all in the same opening. But I didn't even care because that Claire pull. That's a really good way of looking at it, bud. That's a really good way to look at it. Glass half full. Alright, I think that probably is a good time to go open up a crystal. It's not even a stick figure, it's a stick figure drawn with a crayon. That would be delightfully silly. Let's do this. We got an ultimate crystal. So here's what we're going to wind up doing, guys. Here is what we are going to wind up doing. Let's... Hey, Cat's streaming. Let's go say hey to Cataclysm. Cat's always nice and pops in for a raid. So let's go return the favor. Do that under the hashtag RobVonRaid. But before we do that, I'm going to put this crystal in the reel. I want you to guess the champion popping out. I don't care if it's a 3-star or 4-star. I'm going to guess it's going to be a 4-star void. No, 3-star void. Let me know in the chat box there. But as that's spinning out, I want to thank you guys for watching. This has been the Thursday edition of the Wednesday stream. Going for the 6-star basic MANGOG. Top 100 in arenas. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please consider liking the video, subscribing if you have not already. It helps boost the YouTube analytics. Hey, I'll take that, Crossbones. I'm going to be back again tomorrow for more basic arena grind. Hoping to see you guys then. And let's go say hey to Cat. Look at this glorious offer. 1,100 units for a 4-star Awakening gem. Perfect. Alright guys, I'm Rob vonShoe. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday and a happy Friday all. Take care, talk soon, stay safe, be well everyone. Bye for now.